Welcome back to Conversations with Kendall. I am your host, Kendall Ficklin, and this is the Parent Edition. I thought I was doing something. So I was creeping in the back door trying to be real quiet, real smooth so I wouldn't get noticed. So I walked in and I sat down in the chair and I just sat there like I had been there the whole time because I was about an hour and a half late as usual. So after the recital, my daughter came up to me and she said, I know that you just got here. That had been my pattern. I was there, but I wasn't there. I had my first child when I was 22 years old, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what it meant to be a father or a parent. I didn't know. I barely knew how to be 22 years old. The only thing that I did know was I had to go out and I had to make some money. I had to provide for my family. I had to take care of my family. I had bills to pay. I had diapers to get. I had food to buy. I knew I had to take care of my family, so I went to work. And I started hustling. I had a cell phone business. I had a pager business. I was cutting hair, and I had a job. I was on my grind. I was hustling. I'm thinking, man, I'm doing this thing. I was there, but I wasn't there. And it wasn't until, time would go by and I would miss basketball games. I would miss practice. I would miss or be late for recitals. And my children had become so accustomed to it. And I would always make the excuse, well, Pop got to go to work. And they would say, Pop, look, it would always come down to this. Pop, I need some money for this. Or Pop, can I go do this and that? I would just come home, pay some bills, give out some money, give some order and direction, not knowing how to have a presence. Being present is you home. I'm physically home. I'm on the couch. I'm watching TV. Or I'm on the computer. But I'm not involved in anything that's going on in the house. I'm not listening to what you're saying, but I'm physically there. I'm not engaged in any conversation with you, but I'm physically there. I'm present. Having a presence means I'm not only physically there, I'm connected to you. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm allowing you to express yourself. And I'm letting that rhythm that we have as a parent and a child to connect. I have a presence. So that, here's what I learned. When you have a presence, even when you're not there, you're there. It's almost that thing like at times now, you can remember when you were young and you would do something and one of your parents would say to you, don't do that, or, you could hear. And then as you get older, you go to do the same thing and you might be grown, but you can still hear your parents' voice saying, don't you do that, or what are you doing? And it's almost like a feeling. They have that presence is still there. So I decided to develop a presence. I decided that I didn't want to just physically be present. I wanted to get up off the couch. I wanted to get up off the computer and then start to engage with my children. And it was like, I remember my daughter used to have this doll, and it was a little African doll, and she had it from the time she was a little baby. And she took the doll with her everywhere she went. She was sucking one thumb, she got the doll in the other hand. If she was eating, she had her doll. If she was going to sleep, she had her doll. That doll had a physical presence with her. The doll was always with her. But the doll couldn't add any value. The doll couldn't cry. The doll couldn't talk to her. The doll couldn't embrace her, couldn't give her a hug. The doll couldn't, console her and comfort her. The doll was just physically present. I realized that I was acting like the doll. It was just I was physically there, but I wasn't adding any value. I was present, but I didn't have a presence. I was just there on the surface. And I made a decision. I didn't want to be like the dog. It'd be like when my son would go for the basketball practice or shoot around. I might physically be there, but I'm engaged in something else. I'm trying to figure out how to make more money. I'm trying to do something else. I'm not engaged. I'm not fully involved with what he's doing. Or one of my other children, always angry, always upset at something. And because I'm not fully engaged, I don't know how to go in and resolve that conflict in him. All I know is, and stop doing this and stop. And that's not having a presence. Having a presence means you got to take the time and learn how to be a parent. Having a presence mean I got to educate myself, because the truth of the matter is, look, our job as parents is to teach and train. Their job as children is to fight us every step of the way. It's a war of wills. Who's going to win? Now, they on their job. They fight us every step of the way, every day. But how many of us are on our job? Or are we parenting like straight punks? Are you present, or do you have a present? You go from being present in your child's life to having a presence in your child's life. See, for me, I went from being pop to daddy. And that was a major difference for me. I remember when it happened, it was like just one day out of nowhere, my daughter just started calling me daddy. And look, if you have a presence, even when you're not there, you're still there. Thank you for listening, and share this with somebody that you know could use it, that could use these tools and these tips. I'll see you next week.